things we are going to discuss today, and that is there in the 10th class onwards, because up to 9th classes, whatever the syllabus are there, that is a confined, and that is totally dependent on the real parts of numbers there. So as I mentioned in that number system, that in number system has the two parts there, especially, and that is one is uh, imaginary number system, and another part is a real number system. So up to 10th classes, whatever things we are going to learn, that is all totally depends on that uh, real number system. And see, whatever chapters are there in 10th class syllabus, means up to 10th class syllabus, all depends on that. And every chapters from the first classes to 10th classes are interlinked to each others. Okay, so now basically in the 10th classes, the syllabus, yeah. So in the 10th classes, whatever the syllabus we are having, that is the chapters which we are going to test your knowledge actually. Okay, whatever things you have learned up to 10th classes, because we all know 10th class is the class that is the first step of your education there, and once you pass that one, and you'll get the valid for that your birth certificate actually. So now, so see, algebra we have learned in the 6th to 10th classes, 6th to 10th classes, even when we are going in that intermediate also, or in the college sections, there also we are going to see the algebra. After that, we have learned regarding the coordinate geometry, means how that that geometry given the shape, regarding that directions and the locations there, which we have learned in that coordinate geometry there. And the next part is that your geometry, particular geometry, where you have learned regarding the circle, triangles, quadrilaterals, and all those things. Okay, so application of trigonometry, this is the different things, and that is the extension of your geometry actually, and that is a special case of triangles there, where we are going to learn regarding right angle triangle, where so if I draw, okay, this is a right angle triangle, and where I can say here we will get 90 degree, okay, simply. And if it is a right angle triangle, if I kept the name there, okay, this is a A, this is a B, and this is for C actually. So this is a right angle triangle ABC, where right angle at B, and then special some names they given there. Okay, this is called hypotenuse, okay, tenuous, and say, and we have here two angles are there actually. So that is angle A here and angle C here, because this is already B, that is a 90 degree there at B. So we have only two options for the trigonometry. Either we can see the things from A, and we can see the things from C. So which is there in that first part of term 1 syllabus, application of trigonometry, where we have learned regarding the ratio of their side, and we have just get the terms like okay, this is a sine theta, sine A, let it be any angles is there, okay, sine A, or like cos A, okay, that is a tan. So these are the trigonometric ratios which give the side ratio of the triangle of right angle triangles. So if I am discussing regarding, okay, I have seen the thing from angle A, let it be this one. So how we can decide whether these are perpendicular and the base? So if it is this A is the angle I'm choosing there, then I can, whatever things, whatever the sides opposite to this angle A is called it as a opposite there. Simple opposite, and that opposite we can call it as a perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular there. perpendicular. Okay, and whatever things we are having here, that is we can call it as adjacent, and we called it this as a base also, or we can say base also, because see if I can touch the side from the A, so which side I can touch? AB side I can touch from the A points. So which I have touched, this side is known as a adjacent side or the base side, and which we can't touch, that is opposite of that angle, we can call it as a opposite perpendicular there. So how we can get the so see, so we have discussed the things of trigonometry in the first lectures there, which are there in the term 1 syllabus regarding right angle triangles, and we have discussed how that ratio, side ratio will be happen there, and just we have derived some identities. Okay, sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1, secant square theta plus cos secant square theta minus tan square theta equals to 1, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equals to 1. Means we have just discussed regarding uh, how the trigonometry ratios will be there in that. Okay, so basically what we have discussed there, whatever the introduction part of whatever the introduction part of things is there in trigonometry, which is the first classes you have taken in that class 10 actually. So what is the introduction part of trigonometries are there, which that you have learned in the application of trigonometry, means introduction part of trigonometry. So in the term 2 syllabus, they have discussed regarding the application of trigonometry. So what are the things we can use here? So let's see this one. So first things we have to discuss regarding, that is a line of sight. So what is the line of sight actually? So whenever we are watching, suppose some object here. So let it be, I am just placing one object. Okay, I am placing some object is here, and I'm just seeing those things from this side actually. So my eyes are from this side, so I am seeing everything from this side. And if I am seeing this object, let it be this is my eye. Okay, and this is the object actually. Okay, object. So if I'm seeing this I from I to this object, and whatever that line with a straight line from I to that object. Okay, so whatever the straight line, okay, let it be this one. This is a straight line from this I to this object is nothing called, this is a line of sight actually. Okay, so it's a straight line from I to this object is called it as a simple, yeah, so simple line of sight. Now, so now second one regarding, okay, so here also I mentioned there, okay, when an observer looks from a point E at an object, then the straight EO, whatever this EO between the eyes and the object is called it as a line of sight here. Okay, so next term from this application of trigonometry, there we need to keep in our mind when we are solving the questions, there is horizontal line. Okay, so what is a horizontal line especially? So horizontal line is nothing but the, suppose we are having the IE and some points here is the suppose some horizontal distance, some keeping some, let it be a triangles having the base there Q. So if I'm seeing this I with that horizontal line where that level to the ground there, especially that point, if we are seeing that, and then we can call it as a horizontal line because that is a especially to the ground or parallel to the ground there. Okay, so always we have a comparable parallel to the ground, or we can say it just same way for that ground there. Okay, so this is called a horizontal line there. And what is the angle of elevations? Angle of elevations means nothing but this is the O and B, which is called horizontal line there, and O and A we can call it as a horizontal line, and OA is nothing but line of sight. So if I am seeing that any object are there in A point, and so see whatever the angle that makes line of sight with this horizontal line. Okay, this horizontal line, this angle is called angle of elevations. Means something which we are looking upward side. Understand? Something which we are looking upward side from the horizontal base, we can call it as a, that is angle of elevations. Means we are just keeping our heads up. Okay, so and if I'm seeing the object which is there above your height, and whatever the angles we are making here, this angle if I'm making here, that is, this is my eye, and I'm seeing this object is there in here, and suppose this is a horizontal line. Okay, so whatever the angles I'm making here, this angle I'm making from this one, so we can call it this angle as a, this angle is nothing but angle of elevations. Okay, elevations, correct. So now, yeah, so see, so next point after angle of elevations, we have an angle of depressions. So simply that is a opposite of that things, but mathematically we can't say those things. So what we can see, something we are looking upward, then there we can get the angle of elevations. But something which is there below your height, suppose if you are standing on the tower, and suppose let it be one tower is there. Okay, let it be one. Suppose this is a base, and let it be you are standing here. Okay, so you are standing here, and okay, so if you are standing here and you are looking, some object is there, so some object is here. So now what I'm doing here, I'm seeing from here to here. Okay, and if I'll make the horizontal line, so the horizontal line is nothing but parallel to the ground, so this will be the horizontal line. Okay, so I'm seeing downward directions. So here the object is there. Okay, here is the object, and this is my eye. This is object, and this is eye, and here the object. I'm seeing from here to here. So this is the angle actually. This is the angle where that is between line of sight. So this is called line of sight. And this is a horizontal line. Horizontal line. This is horizontal line. This is line of sight, and this angle. This angle you can call it as a angle of depressions. Okay, this angle you can call it as a angle of depressions there. Okay, so now let's see the next one, what is there in that next slide. Okay, so next slide. Yeah, angle of elevation and versus angle of depression. So what is the difference between angle of elevations and angle of depressions means? See, simple angle of elevations is nothing but the place which is above the observer. Means some object is there which is just above the observer. So as I mentioned, if you just head up your head, when you see upwards from your head, you can yeah. So downward angles. Now the angle of elevation is nothing but the horizontal line is below the object. Horizontal line is below the object, and the horizontal here angle of depression is nothing but that horizontal line is above the object. As I mentioned here, so see, if I'll draw, if I draw, here is the eye, and suppose here is the eye, and okay, so this is the eye. Okay, and some Yeah, so what we are observing here, and so if my eye is here, and if my eye is here, and one object is just above the height, this one, and another object is there down here, let it be. Okay, so my object is here, one object is here, this is my eye specially. Okay, so this is my eye, and okay, this is my eye. Okay, so I can put one line which is there from here, and one line of sight is here. Okay, so this is object 1, and this is object 2. Okay, so now this is nothing but a line of sight. Okay, let it be line of sight for 1, and this is a line of sight for 2. Okay, so if I'm making this object is below the observer, and this is nothing but observer, we can say observer. Okay, so this is a observer, right? So this is observer. From I'm seeing the object 2 here, object 1 here. Okay, so now what we have to do here, so if I draw line of sight equal to this one, so let it be, I'm just drawing a line of sight here and one line of sight from this object. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, so here one parallel to this side. Okay, so this angle, and one is there from this angle. Okay, so now, so this angle which is there, if I'll say this angle, and one is this angle, okay, so this is the object is above the observer. This object 1 is above the observer. We can call it as a angle of elevations. Okay, and this is the below the things, object 2 is below the things, and we can call it an angle of depressions. Okay, depressions. Fine. So this is all about that I share here in the PPT. Okay, so horizontal line above the object and the horizontal line below the object, as I mentioned there in that. So let's see the next one. So the next one, see here, as I mentioned there, for angle of depressions, this horizontal line is nothing, just above the above the object there, and this elevation line above this object, so below this object. So this is all about the angle of depression, difference between angle of depression and angle of elevation here. Okay, so now let's see the next one. Let's see one example that I have mentioned here. Okay, if a girl is standing at a point P, okay, one girl is there at point P, which is 8 units away from the building. This is a building, and she's standing just 8 units away from this building, and making an angle of elevation 45 degree. Angle of elevation means object must be there seeing upward, which is there in Q point. Okay, which is there in Q point. So this is the angle of observer between this line of sight. This is a line of sight, and this is PR is nothing but that is horizontal line. Okay, So they are making the angle 45 degree, and so they asking find the height of the building. So basically this is the first application of trigonometry where you can easily find the height there. Okay, easily find the height of something if you know the distance there. Suppose if you want to find the distance between sun to earth, so what is the difference in what is the distance between sun to earth? You can't put a scale on that sun and you can ask you can measure there like that. So basically you have to apply that, and trigonometry is the best things where you can utilize your knowledge. So it means you can utilize the things what you need to find, which is impossible to measure there, impossible to find something there. So then there you can utilize trigonometry. So here we know the only one units. I know the angles, so I can easily find the other side here. So how we can find? Simply we all know given that PR equals to 8 units, okay, fine, and QPR equals to 45 degree, that is also fine. So we need to find the height there. So as we know, this is the angle, so this will be the perpendicular and this is the base. So what major things they mention there? Perpendicular and the base they mention. So if as we have learned in that ratio there, if perpendicular and base is there, so we can go for simply tan theta, correct? We tan theta, so tan is nothing but theta is 45 degree, so tan theta is nothing but QR is perpendicular and this is PR by base. So basically what we can do here, so I can draw this here. So tan theta, tan, let it be tan A or something there, and theta. So tan theta is nothing but perpendicular, okay, perpendicular by okay, by base I can do here, okay. But so if I'm seeing here, so base is nothing but base is 8 unit and perpendicular we need to find. So they mention as a so they mention as a base, yeah. So 1045 they mention 1045 is nothing but perpendicular they don't mention. Perpendicular means we can say height of building, okay, and the base is 8 unit they mention. So 1045 by the ratio formula we know that 1045 is nothing but 1. The value of 1045 is 145 degree, okay, 45 degree 1, and which is equals to height by 8. So 8 will go that side and that will multiply with 1. So we can say this is equals to 8 into 1, and height is, you can say 8 unit, okay. So see from this we can conclude one thing. If the base are same and if the angles are making 45 degree, so simply we can say that this base PR and this is QR is of same height, same units there. Simply if it is a 45 degree, so PR and QR having the same ratios, and that will be equals to 1 because 1045 equals to 1. So I without calculating, suppose if they mention this type of question in the objective, then if it is 45 degree, we know that the ratios are same, that is equals to 1. So we can easily conclude that one, okay. So this is the next one, find the value of x, which is important question in that CBSE, in CBSE there, okay, that how to find these things there. So let's do how to find those things. Yeah. Now, so find the value of x in the given figure means RO distance they mentioned there, and in that as given there, Q from the point Q when we are seeing upwards to point P, so this angle is 30 degree, and R to P this angle is 45 degree. So from this we can find this is 45 degree as we have seen in the last there. If it is 45 degree, So what we can do, simply this is 45 means Rx equals to OP, I can say. So your H is nothing but your X here, simply because this is 45 means OR ratio, PO by OR ratio is nothing but 1. You need to get there. So this is equals to 1. Okay, this is equals to X here. So we know that this total QO is 27 degree feet. So OP is how much? So 30 degree is nothing but 10 for 30. 1030 we can say it as a 1 by root 3. Okay, 1030 is nothing but 1 by root 3. So H by 27 we can mention there. So height is 3 feet, then X is also 3 feet we can say. So you can go with this process also, or else you can go with this method as we have seen in the I have told you in that by seeing the last this one, if it is angle is 45 degree, PR and OQR having the same height. So this is 8 units and this is 8 units means QR is also you are getting 8 units. So by using these things also you can find X. This is X and H must be the same. So if H is getting 3 feet, so obviously X is also a 3 feet because this is a 45 degree here. Now, so see the next, this important one. You can find it this one. Okay, how we can find the height? The ladder reaches the top of the vertical wall, making an angle 60 degree with the ground. So this where that this ladder had touches this ground. If I make the horizontal line along with the ground, this angle is nothing but 60 degree they mentioned there, and the height of wall from this perpendicular height is they mentioned 12 feet. What is the length of ladder they are asking? Hypotenuse they are asking. So perpendicular dimension and ladder is nothing but hypotenuse dimension. So this is nothing but sine ph. So sine p by h. So what we can do here? Yeah. So simply yeah, we can clear this one. Okay. So sine 60 degree. 60 degree is nothing but perpendicular by hypotenuse. Okay. Hypotenuse. So sine 60 is nothing but root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2. Okay. So this is a root 3 by 2. Okay. This is P by H. Okay. This is P by H there. So root 3 by 2. So H they mentioned already. Height of this perpendicular they mentioned there. Perpendicular is how much? So root 3, or we can say this one. Okay, H is equals to okay, H is equals to 2 into P. Okay, 2 into P divided by root 3. Okay, correct. So P is them already mentioned how much? P they mention as a 12. Okay, P they mention as a how much? P mentioned 12 feet. Okay, so P12 we mentioned there means 24 divided by root 3. So if you do rationalizations, you can get nothing but there 3. So 3 4s are 12. So 4 2s are 8 means 8 root 3 unit. Okay. Yeah, feet dimension. Yeah, feet dimension means we can do there. Here we can write it as a this is feet. Okay. So this is the answer for this that questions as I'm shared there. Okay. So See, this is all about the trigonometry, application of trigonometry there. And as I have discussed, whatever things here, that is the basic one. And so hopefully in the next lectures, we will see, we will see another topic which is related to the your NCERT syllabus. And see, uh, getting marks is very easy in the CBSE if you write something in the correct way. If you're writing something in the correct order, so definitely you get the good marks in that. So how you need to write, that is very important there. So that I need to discuss. Okay, how you are going to write the sums of mathematics means simply first things you have to do. You have to write the solution. What is the solution you are going to write here, and whatever given points they mentioned here in the mathematics, given points, whatever the things they given there, that you have to mention there. After getting given points, just you have to find what you need to find. Okay, what you're going to find from that questions, that you have to mention there. Okay, this thing you need to find there. Now, next step, that hint, what hint through which you are going to find that that solutions, that you have to mention, and after that you have to include calculations. Okay, this is the calculations to find this one. So after getting this things, suppose if you get, let it be x, you need to find here, let it be x you need to find here, and at last you are getting x. Okay, x is something something number 123 units there. So last you have to write hence or therefore x equals to or something, x equals to this 123. That's it. So that is the things you have to understand through this one, how you have to mention in the mathematics there. And one more important things, uh, this hint included formula also. Okay, formula also means what are the things you are going to calculate from the questions, and what are the formula you are using actually for calculating those things. So that is nothing but hint. From the hint you need to include there. So thanks everyone, and just this is the first sessions actually. And so we are just starting the sessions from for the 10th class student, those who are preparing for 10th class. And this is very important for those students, because see, we already suffer from the pandemic, and almost all the students, those who are away from that school or that coaching center or something, they are not getting the proper education there, proper subject knowledge there. So here you can excel your talent, and definitely you can understand the topic, and you can ask the doubt also by joining our sessions there. Okay, so that is free of cost, you no need to pay anything. Okay, so if you like that channels, just share our channels just with your friends, those who need those things. And definitely we will solve with the different solve the questions, and discuss all the things what you need in that particular subject there. So every day in the evening, just from 6:30 we are coming live to for these sessions there, in each subject, each chapters there. So we are going one by one chapters. So join the session on time, and ask your doubts there, and excel your academic there. Okay, thank you everyone, keep watching us. Okay, thanks.